Hi everyone. Today I wish to share you a quick sponsorship announcement and why I'm changing this into this. When I was through hiking the Appalachian Trail, I had two sleeping bags, a summer sleeping bag and a winter sleeping bag. And this was my winter sleeping bag. So this is Marmot Trestless, a 15-degree bag. That's roughly minus 10 degrees in Celsius as a comfort temperature. And this was a really good sleeping bag. But it's a synthetic one, so it's a bit a heavy one. This weighs about 2 kilos, so it's roughly 4 pounds. Now as I'm going to hike the PCT, I'm going to have this one. This is Warm Peace Viking 900. It weighs about 1.3 kilos, so that's roughly 2.8 pounds. And this is a down sleeping bag. This one I received from my sponsor. So just like on the AT, on the PCT, I will be sponsored by Partioaita, a Finnish outdoor retailer, and they gave me this sleeping bag. So why would I change from synthetic to down? Of course, the weight is an issue, and the size as well. On the AT, I was concerned if my sleeping bag would get wet. But I was having a Sea to Summit compression dry sack, and it worked so magnificently well that I had zero concerns of getting my sleeping bag wet. So now, especially as the PCT is not as rainy as the Appalachian Trail, I'm pretty confident with this down sleeping bag. This is roughly as warm as my synthetic one. This has a comfort temperature somewhere around 15 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 10 in Celsius. So basically it's the same sleeping bag, but this only has a down filling and my old one has synthetic filling. When you are making a choice between synthetic and down sleeping bag, it is also a question of price. Synthetic ones are usually cheaper than the down sleeping bags. But of course, now that I was able to get a sponsorship, that wasn't an issue. When you are thinking about the ethics of choosing a sleeping bag, if you don't want to use any animals, synthetic is your go-to. And especially if you have an allergy for the down, then synthetic is the one that you want to have. But also the synthetic filling can be not ecological, so it's good to do some research. If you are using a down sleeping bag, you have to be comfortable that birds have been killed to get the down. The one reason I'm collaborating with Partioaita is that they only sell down products that are responsible down. This means that this sleeping bag has been using down that is a byproduct of food industry. So the birds have been used to make food out of their meat, and then the down has been used to make sleeping bags. If you are concerned that your sleeping bag might get wet, then synthetic one is your choice. But if you have a decent dry sack and your tent is actually holding the rain, not all of them are, then you might want to have a down sleeping bag. The thing with the down sleeping bag is that if it gets wet, it's gonna take a long time for it to dry, and it's not warm anymore when it's wet. A synthetic sleeping bag, then again, if it gets wet, it is still relatively warm. Now that I have this new sleeping bag, I wish to share a few features that I like about it. This sleeping bag is available in multiple lengths, which is a good thing because I'm a short person. And as a short person, I wish to have a short sleeping bag. Too long sleeping bag is going to be extra weight, but also there's going to be that kind of a pocket of cold air in the foot end if the sleeping bag is way too long for you. This sleeping bag also has this kind of a mesh pocket inside of it where you can have your cell phone or wallet. It also has this kind of a collar that comes around your neck so that the warm air stays inside the bag. That is a good thing to have in a winter sleeping bag. Around the zipper, there is this kind of hard fabric which helps that your sleeping bag doesn't go in between the zipper. And I say this is really annoying. It happens often with so many sleeping bags. So you really wish to have some kind of protection so that the actual fabric doesn't go in between the zipper. this sleeping bag has these small loops in the foot end. It helps when you wash the sleeping bag and you wish to hang it to dry, or if you wish to storage it so that it's hanging kind of upside down. When you are having a down sleeping bag, it's not recommended to storage it for a long time within a tight compression sack. So that was a quick peek to my sleeping bags. And if you're wondering, Finisher, why are you not having a summer sleeping bag? You are going to go to desert. It's going to be warm. It's going to be summer. Well, yes, but no. Even in the desert, it's going to be relatively cold during the nights. And I'm gonna go over the Sierras, over the Cascades. So I'm kind of expecting some cold nights all over the Pacific Crest Trail. So that's why I'm going for the warmth. Thank you for watching and see you next time.